Ladies and gentlemen, and we back. Hey, it's been 9 days without a the moment YouTube video. What are we gonna do with our lives? Oh, guys, stop. My 14 subscribers and the 2 people who watch my videos, y'all are so kind. I don't know what I would do without y'all. Nah. I'm just really lazy though. Like, I'll get home at night and just, I don't know. I need to lock in for real. Because if I wanna take this seriously, I need to start, really taking it seriously. Like, I put in the work, for scripts. I just don't do it a lot. And I need, once every 2 weeks, once every week, that's just not gonna work as uploading. I need to upload like 3 or 4 times a week if I really even want a chance. So hopefully this week I think I'm gonna start. I think I'm really gonna start trying to upload, like I said, 3 or 4 times a week. Why I keep looking over at my side monitor is because I got NBA League Pass yesterday. I know, NBA YouTuber doesn't have the League Pass. Oh my gosh, how did I make videos before this? It helps a lot though. I know, obviously, yeah, I can watch the games, but I'm watching the condensed game of the Pistons and Hawks tonight, which leads me perfectly into what the video is about. Detroit basketball. This Pistons team is really good. They're 13-2 and first in the Central. They're on an 11-game win streak. They're just good. And it's all behind the All NBA, upside of Cade Cunningham. I mean, he took the jump last year. We're just seeing a incredible jump this year. I mean, he's averaging 27.5, 5.4 rebounds, and 9.9 assists. He is having an All NBA season. He did, however, 9 days ago. This is kind of insane. 9 days ago, he took 45 shots in the game. Like when I played rec, 3 years ago, whatever, I couldn't imagine taking 5 shots in a game. And he's taking 45 at the highest level? We're talking about the NBA. We ain't talking about some scrubs. We're talking about the National Basketball Association. He took 45 shots. That's backwards. Anyway, he took 45 shots. That's kind of crazy. But I mean, it's not just Cade. It's the entire team. We see an incredible jump from Jalen Duren this season. He's averaging a career best 19.4 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks, all career highs. He is an anchor of this defense along with Beef Stew. I mean, Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren are just holding it down in the paint defensively. And they have the second best defense in the league. The only reason they're not number one is because they're behind, some who may argue that it's the greatest defense of all time in the Oklahoma City Thunder. What a surprise. Who knew? OKC was going to be good. What a shocker. Anyway, and Beef Stew, like I said, he's averaging 1.9 blocks a game, which is also a career high. We're seeing such an incredible play out of these two players, and I don't know if it's a jump that people saw. I think if you're a Pistons fan and kind of a hoop head, not really. Jalen Duren's not like a crazy name or anything, but he's always had the talent to do it. I don't know what's changed, honestly. I think it's just the vibes. This team is really good and really fun to watch, and it's not just them. As a whole unit, the team is averaging 10.2 steals a game, which is tied for second. 6.3 blocks a game, which is tied for second. As well as they're averaging 47.4 rebounds a game, which is fifth in the league. That is behind Jalen Duren's 12 a game. And on top of actually the counting stats, if you watch how this team plays defense, they just kind of suffocate you. Like, they are in your face defense, They're gonna make you beat them. They're not gonna give you anything. They're gonna be in your face. They double everything. If somebody's in the post, they're gonna send someone to help. If they're gonna lose, you're gonna have to hit your shots. And that's one of the reasons is what in the world? Why is it? Anyway, that's one of the reasons why this team is so good right now. And especially we'll get into the offense now. What has happened with this offense is kind of unbelievable, right? So with Malik Beasley not going down, I guess getting released. I don't know if he did get released for the gambling allegations against him. The team lost a lot of 3-point shooting. A lot of people, including me, thought this team wasn't going to be great. If you go back and watch my own personal power rankings video, I had them 8. Ignore that. I think 8 is definitely a possibility, but I think we'll see that later in the season if they don't continue this level of play, because they very well could. It's an amazing team, but ignore my power rankings entirely. They are so very bad. They're just bad. I'm not very good at my job, so now you see why this is a part-time job. Anyway, back to the offense. They added Duncan Robinson, who is shooting 43% from 3 this season, which is, there's your Malik Beasley replacement. I mean, he's white, what'd you expect? Anyway, they also have a young point guard out of second year out of St. John's. His name is Danis Jenkins. I had personally never heard of him until a couple days ago. With Cade being out, it really gives this team another ball handler. If you watch last season, and even at the start of the season, there's only one ball handler on this team, and it was Cade. It's the offense is gonna flow through Cade. But now with Danis Jenkins, it gives Cade that release of pressure he needed. He really needed somebody else to be able to handle the ball. And this dude, he's just hooping. It's kind of insane how he is so unafraid to push the tempo. It's not something you'll see on the counting stats, but he is not afraid to push. He's taking his own shot. For somebody so young, I've seen in the games that he's dropped his 20s. I think he had 24, 22, a couple 20s. He's not afraid to shoot it, and a lot of young people are, but he's not afraid to push the tempo, and if he misses, move on, and they really needed that, because it's kind of unbelievable to watch for a second-year player to be so unfazed by the league, right? Like I said, he's not afraid to take more shots. He takes his own shot, he'll miss. Awesome. Let me get it again. I'm going to let it fly. And it's really nice to have that option, because we all know Cade's going to get his. But he has the ability to pass off if he wants to. And my final point is just the vibes are high in Detroit, right? You could see it when you watch them, The team on the court, even the bench, the vibes are just incredible in Detroit. So, they're enjoying themselves. They're having a good time. We're having a good time watching them. How much do we see this team sustaining this 13-2 first in the Central, one of the best teams in basketball? I'm not sure. I think they are doing things that are good, right? I think they can. Don't get me wrong. I think they can. They will definitely be able to hold what they are doing. There's not anything that is telling me that, okay, well, this might fall off, or this might fall off, or, the only thing that might really hurt them is if Jalen Duren, comes back down to earth. Maybe this is Jalen Duren. We don't know. We'll have to see through the rest of the season. But I don't see anything that this team is doing that is incredibly, forced or lucky, So I I don't see any reason why this team can't carry it over. We'll see. I had him 8, like I said earlier, in my personal power rankings. I might do an updated one later. But we'll have to see if, in a couple weeks we'll check back in and see what they're up to. As always, thank y'all for watching. At the end of the day, just remember, I'm just a guy with a microphone and an opinion. Appreciate it.